दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express, Railway Station, Netaji Bhavan. Hereby bound.
Hello and welcome to Voltas presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur, with me Joy Bhattacharya and Harsha Bhogle. We're going to do this really quickly because Delhi didn't do it very quickly. They should have done it a little quicker than that. They had 160 to win.
So when you say do it quickly, do you mean we always all speak at this rate or are you going
That's
to
right, that's right. Really quickly. Lucknow batted, got 159. They did that very slowly. And then Delhi came out to bat and they also started very slowly. But then they picked up pace in the end with 13 balls to spare, with 8 wickets still in hand, with the former Lucknow captain back in his old stomping grounds of Lucknow, this time, of course, wearing Delhi colours, 57 not out of 42. Axar Patel, the captain of Delhi, on the other side, 34 not out. I just want to say one thing, Joyda. मैं ये नहीं कहना चाहता कि I told you so, but I told you so, that KL Rahul will be super motivated to stay not out and ensure that he takes his team across the line.
No, absolutely. I totally agree. And I said he and Virat, 160 chases are the kind of things they look at and they lap up. Though I have to say the hard work out here was really done by Axar Patel.
Yeah.
He's the one who really took pressure off because, you know, they'd reached 7.5. It was still not dangerous.
Yeah.
But Axar Patel, by coming in and really whacking it from the start, taking those chances, just made it very, very easy. After that, they didn't have to do anything more.
That's right. They were 80 at the halfway stage, chasing 160. There was a time there when we were wondering why Delhi's not pressing on the accelerator, and they should.
Because it was always, there was only one phase when it seemed that it might be tricky, but they ensured they didn't lose a wicket there. That Porel's 50 is actually quite a cute, important little innings that.
Yeah.
Because he ensured they didn't lose wickets there, but then Axar came and finished it. There was just a hint. But by the time Axar came was what, 8 runs and over or something like that to get. But he just took away all the pressure. I thought KL Rahul's played the perfect innings. Absolute perfect innings for a run chase where you say, I'm there at the end. You bat around me, which some people think is a very convenient approach. But on this day, they just needed someone to be there. Yeah. And you know, this was a 135 strike rate game. And he has finished with 135.7.
Wow.
So he has provided...
What a robot.
He's provided 57 runs.
Precision.
At exactly the strike rate that you needed to go. So he's not chewed up deliveries.
And most importantly, staying not out in the end.
Yes.
Ensuring that he takes his team across the line. And, you know, that's the thing about it. I just want to say, we've seen, what was it, 37.2 overs. Joy, Lucknow was just, colourless. Can I say they were colourless today? In all those 37.2 overs?
Yeah, the only bright spot I thought was Rathi, who I thought bowled beautifully given the conditions and given the situation there was. Nobody else looked, Shardul looked really off. He's had such a bright start to the tournament and then he's just seemed to tail off there. Yeah. And there was nobody there. And really, the other problem that Lucknow has had, it's been covered because they're winning a lot of matches, is Bishnoi is not looking like the bowler he was.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not. And when you see the bowling analysis, you'll see that Rathi actually is the one who was the star performer.
He's been out bowling him for a few games now.
Yeah.
4 overs 24, bowled in the power play.
Unbelievable.
And Bishnoi has gone 3 overs 36.
He was less than he was at less than a run a ball, Rathi, in 3 overs. I think it was 3 overs 14. His last over went for 10. But even then, finishing at a run a ball is great. Your captain will take that any day. Avesh doing Avesh things. So, yeah, sorry, you were saying.
No, it's gold. But, you can sometimes say, look, in a 160 chase, I want you to take wickets. But he's gone at under 6 and over. Right? When the asking rate was, 7.5, 8. So
8, exactly.
8. So he's defended, he's given you 8 runs extra by going at 6 and over.
Yeah.
But the only other thing that surprised me was I thought Avesh would finish his quota, come back in. Yeah. Never know, he might take a wicket somewhere. But once that Shardul over became as expensive as it did, I guess it didn't matter. Yeah. But this kid is bowling beautifully.
Exactly my point. Like, he's bowled well. Like, it's good given the conditions. He couldn't change the game for his team. So, even during Delhi's chase, Lucknow never looked like they were competing. It looked like Delhi's game right through.
He's made such an important point. Who is the guy who won you the match last time? Avesh Khan?
Yep.
He's your best bowler. Clearly, Digvesh and Avesh are your best bowlers.
Yep.
This chase, if it goes to the 19th over, anyway the match is over. Okay, so don't bother about who's going to bowl in 17, 18, 19, 20. Because if you haven't taken wickets before that, it's not going to matter.
Yep.
Have they thrown the best bowlers at their best attack there before that? And that's the point. They haven't, and they've done things, but they've not completed it. Like, okay, they had a slip, but they didn't give Avesh enough of a chance to attack at that point. So that's my point. That point, you cannot defend 160. You've got to take wickets for 160.
Correct.
And if you're 1 down or 2 down, you're not going to finish the match like that. So why haven't your top bowlers completed their quota earlier? You have to attack early.
Can I say one other thing in favor of Digvesh Rathi? When I first saw him, I thought, zara dekhte hain isko. But he was bowling the middle overs.
Yeah.
Then a couple of matches later, I saw him bowl towards the end, among the last 2-3 overs.
Yeah.
Today, I'm seeing him bowl in the power play. That's what you look for in a bowler. Is he being thrown into difficult situations, and is he standing up and being counted there? And that is what I've liked very much about Digvesh Rathi. For me, of all the young players in the tournament, look, Sai Sudarshan qualifies for that, but he's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But to me, the one standout newcomer this year has been Digvesh Rathi.
You know, the Grammy Awards used to have a Best New Artist.
Yeah.
So that would be your first album. Digvesh Rathi is in the category of Best New Artist. Sai Sudarshan is not. We've seen him before.
Yes.
So Priyansh, he's got some competition. Weber, Priyansh.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
But
He has
I just
pretty
think
strong case.
he's also grown as the tournament has gone along.
Yeah.
What happens when you come from the little leagues is when you come up, no one knows anything about you. You slip by a couple of games while people are saying, ye kaun hai? Bhai, bowler,
Under the
ye kya
radar,
karta hai?"
sort of.
Yeah.
And then they find you out because this is cricket of the very highest standard.
Yeah.
They find you out. But as the tournament has gone along, he has actually gone on to bowl in the more difficult segments.
Great.
Which means he's owning different parts of the bowling.
Yeah.
And how easily Joy said, who are the two best bowlers? Avesh and Digvesh.
Yeah.
Apart from rhyming.
Yeah.
But how easily it slipped out for a kid in his first session, in his first season, is one of the key bowlers of this franchise.
I also have to tell you that, you know what his nickname is? His
Rathi?
nickname is Bobby. Okay.
Digvesh Rathi.
Elder brother Sunny, younger brother Happy. What better? I mean, this is a good North Indian
Come
family.
on.
I'm not joking. Sunny, Bobby, Happy. And he's Bobby. Okay. So I think Happy will also be happy, Bobby will also be happy, and I think Sunny will also be happy tonight.
That's right.
That's why he comes bobbing along to bowl.
Yeah. So the other interesting
Thank God
thing is
nobody heard that.
he was a net bowler for quite a while. Okay.
Yeah.
He was DC's net bowler.
Okay.
The interesting thing is last year he was a net bowler for the Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yeah.
So
Had to
which
be
means
connected
that somewhere he's been sitting and shadowing Narayan and looking at him in the minutes and said, can I sort of bowl like him? Because Narayan is his
And
hero.
Chakravarti.
Yeah. But
Narayan is his hero. We saw that. Yeah, there was a video on
But it's interesting.
social media.
He starts like Narayan,
Yeah.
but he's so much more Imran Tahir when he starts to deliver.
That is true.
So much more Imran Tahir when
It's
he
a good
delivers.
point. It's
But
a
he
good-
starts off with that
That
Narayan.
ball
Hiding the ball at the back.
You can see that he's a Narayan fanboy when they in that little interaction. I think he got Narayan to speak 4 or 5 words.
Yeah, which is more than I managed in 2 years.
There you go.
About 4x more than what he did in the
Correct.
entire season before he met. But yeah, out of all the best new artists, Digvesh Rathi is definitely head and shoulders above the rest. And coincidentally, head and shoulders should sign him, considering his
Well done.
hairdo. Should probably be.
I like this sponsorship. You know, you're making a sponsorship sell as well, you know.
I'm just-
How many things can you do well anchoring a show?
I just ordered a little dessert for you as well. I just did it.
Is that how long my answer was?
It was just, I didn't make the dessert, I just ordered it.
I know.
If I baked the cake.
I got that.
His answer was so long, I baked a cake. Then I asked him another question, then I ate the cake. But Delhi today, well, it was their cake. And they ate it too. If you look at their batting card, it was just, this is really just Delhi's game. I mean, when you look at it, they haven't really put a foot wrong when they were bowling. Maybe a few misfields here and there, something you can say.
Misfield, you have to look at. I mean, I thought Lucknow was terrible in the field today. They were absolutely atrocious, and that's part of the reason why, you know, a stops you in the first over. You know, this one let go of the ball. Who was it? Shardul let go a ball. The other side, Badoni let go a ball, and just you could see the bowlers, you know, shoulders slump because, you know, they needed for a 160 total. You need a, you know, fielding side who's like charged up.
You look like you should be standing behind the stumps. Joy is enacting what he wants them to do.
It's great though, you know, because today
Exactly.
I don't know, we've seen this. That's what I'm saying. They're off color today. Something is
about-
up.
Listen.
Is it off color?
To me, Rishabh Pant is chulbul.
Yeah.
Rishabh Pant is full of life. He is a little irreverent, but he's chatty. And Rishabh Pant plays cricket like it's meant to be played for fun. Yeah. Even when he is batting, even when he's being stupid, he's still able to make a joke out of it afterwards.
Yeah.
But Rishabh is fresh, fun. That's how he plays his cricket.
Yeah.
And if you see today, Rishabh Pant wore the expression of someone who's finishing his salary on the 8th of the month. And the EMIs are still piling up.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, overtime kahin milega ke nahi mere ko?
Yeah.
It seemed that kind of Rishabh Pant today. And that's not him.
Yeah, it's
So
like...
I hope he's okay. I hope that, because fun cannot go out of Rishabh Pant, man.
Yeah, it's like...
He won't be the same player. You're so right. That's his essence.
Yeah.
सारी दुनिया का बोझ हम उठाते हैं अपने कंधों पे. It was that kind of feeling. This is what Rishabh had to say after the game. He says, batting lower down the order, the idea was to capitalize, and we sent Samad up for that. After that, Miller came in, and we got stuck in, or he got stuck. Oh, we got stuck in that. We have to keep finding ways to improve going forward. All right, that's not saying much.
No.
About Mayank as an impact player, we're just trying to find him a place in the 11. He came in from the NCA and we're trying to fit him in. On the pitch, he said, Rishabh Pant said about the pitch. Rishabh Pant said this. Rishabh Pant has said this. It always happens in Lucknow. The wicket gets difficult to bat on in the second innings. That's how the game goes. We can't be complaining. The toss plays a huge part here, but as a team, we have no excuses. We want to
So
keep
basically, he's saying that a lot of things were in their favor,
Yeah.
and still they lost.
That's exactly what Ayush Baduni said at the mid point
They're
as well.
20 short.
Where he said that we are 20 short as the batter himself. So I'm just saying everything is just... maybe they
got a
just...
quality bowler shot.
Can they just put it... and they did, because they got the batter in. The impact player came in before the captain.
Quality bowler shot.
Yep.
Look, Shardul makes things happen, but Shardul is always good in a 6-bowler setup. He makes things happen, but when he's off colour, he can suddenly be very expensive. So Shardul is your lead new ball bowler, and you've got Digvesh Rathi, who's come good as a young kid, Prince Yadav, who's come out of a little league circuit, Aaron Markram was a change bowler, Bishnu is off colour. So they were really a 2-bowler setup. I think they just needed one bowler to take control and provide support to Avesh. So what's happened at the moment now is he's got to make Avesh's 4 overs last 20 overs.
Yeah.
Which is very difficult.
My other point is that if he is fit, if Mayank Yadav is fit,
He should be straight in, no?
he got 2 man of the match awards in 4 matches.
He should be straight in.
You mean to tell me Prince Yadav and Shardul Thakur come ahead of him? I mean, I just find that difficult to wrap my head
Unless
around.
he's not got enough bowling behind him.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with the game today, right? I mean, it made sense when they didn't take him in for the first game after he came back, which was their previous game against Rajasthan. And that's fine. Joins the squad. You want to give a few days. Now, it has been a few days since that. So now his second game, now that he's been back with the squad, he's not in the team. So it's just, I'm telling you, Lucknow will just have to forget this day.
I've got a thought which I hope is wrong, which is David Miller's batting. Is that why they sent Ayush Badoni as the right-hander and not Pant as the left-hander?
Well, I hope
This
not.
right-left is starting to overtake a lot of reason.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes sense to have right and left with the shorter boundaries to play. But if you've got a Rishabh Pant sitting in there, it doesn't matter if he's right or left.
True.
So I hope that is not, I hope I'm wrong.
But
that is not the reason it didn't come out
may
to
not
bat.
be. Yeah, you're right. But then why do they send in after Pooran got out? Who did they send in? They send in Samad.
Samad.
Yeah,
Because
which-
maybe, I don't know, yeah.
So
It was-
who knows
One
what
second,
they're
one
thinking?
second. I'm just saying. 8th game, this was their 8th game, right? Or was it their 9th? It was their 8th game. Their 9th game, sorry. The 9th game, to now start believing in left and right when you've known all through that your entire middle order is left-handed would just be very strange, especially when you're at 10 points. So I don't think that they are a team that is thinking right-left,
I hope
because
not.
they've had 3, 4, 5 as left-handers from the time of the auction.
I hope not. Because
Right,
the best,
and then Mitchell Marsh on top with Markram. So they've always had that, and it succeeded, and they've won. So I'm just saying that it's not that. We were hoping it's that.
I think
it's not
left-right
that.
works if it's 19-20. If the two players are almost similar, then send a left-right out so that one is constantly hitting to the smaller boundary and whatever. But otherwise...
No, I don't think it was a left-right thing today.
I hope not.
I think they've just strategically got it wrong.
Can
They
you
just
imagine
thought-
Hayden and Gilchrist turning around and saying, no, you don't open, you go away, please.
Yeah, I just think they strategically got it wrong today,
Perhaps.
thinking Badoni
You're
could
right.
go up
Game to
again.
forget.
I think maybe that's what it is a game to forget for Lucknow, but it is a game to remember for Delhi, and especially for the Delhi captain, who's our coolest performer of the match, powered by Voltas, Shor Kam Zada, and that's because he bowled. Remember, he bowled 3 of those overs for 19 in the power play, right? And then finished 4, and he had 34 runs of 20 balls. His strike rate was 170. It's the sixes. Right?
It's
We don't see too many.
it's the sixes. It's saying that, okay, 2 left-handers, I'm going to take the ball up front. I'm going to bowl up front. Sorry, 2 right-handers, I'm going to bowl up front because later all the left-handers are going to come. I'm going to use my overs now.
Yeah.
1, 3, and I think it was 1, 3 and 5 he bowled.
Yes,
and
yes.
then the last...
And then 7.
No, he bowled 1, 3, 5, 7.
He bowled all 4 together.
He bowled all 4 together. And I think that's... It is very important because, we were talking about this, that Delhi also is not that great on 6, 7 bowlers. I mean, you don't have that good 7th bowler. So you have just about 6 bowlers.
They have
So
proper 6 bowlers, right?
Yeah, so
it's proper with Akshar, Kuldeep.
Correct. But if
Raj
Axar gives you
and
5,
Ritwik.
he gives you variety. He really, really gives you variety.
I think, we pick our player for the coolest player. It's often the coolest performance. But here's a guy who's genuinely cool.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy.
He's just so cool. Every time I've met him, he's got that very impish look on his face. You know there's something coming. And yet, he always does the difficult roles for whichever side he plays.
Yeah.
Even when he's playing for India, go out at number 4, 5 sometimes. Today he comes in, he bats like he owns that number.
Yeah.
This is not an all-rounder's number. He's a proper batter. He makes this side as a batter alone. The bowling is a plus at the moment.
Yeah.
And when it gets a little tricky, he just comes in, he hit 4 sixes, right?
Correct.
Yep. He hit 4 sixes.
4 sixes.
And
When nobody was being able to get it to the boundary.
And he took the risks.
Yeah.
The point is, he didn't expect Rahul to take the risks. He said, okay, you sit out there, let me take my chances. Moment he's hit 2 or 3 sixes, everything changes.
Game over.
Also didn't get Stubbs. Like, you could have easily sent a guy like Stubbs saying, pretty much they could have done what Lucknow did.
yes.
Right? But I like the fact that, and we keep talking about this, and that's why we're such fans of Axar Patel, because as Harsha just mentioned, and we've mentioned on the show before, he takes the tough decisions and he takes the bullet. He stands in front and says, I will lead by example, I will lead from the front. And he did that today with bat and with ball, and that's why he's our coolest performer of the match, powered by Voltas, Shor Kam Zada. And as Bapu, that's his nickname. Axar Patel's nickname is Bapu. As Bapu had said on my show, and I love it, I use it as a mantra for my life. Jaisa chal raha hai, chalne do.
Chalne deve.
It's amazing. It's all going right for Delhi. When you look at the points table, you're like, ooh, this is going good, because they are now they've got 12 points as does Gujarat. But of course, Gujarat's margins of victory have been bigger. So their net run rate is half a point.
Over it, GK. They won't lose sleep over it at this stage. They've got 6 games to go. They're not losing sleep over the net run rate because they've got 12 points. So they're not losing sleep at this stage.
Yeah. But I mean, GT and Delhi are looking like they'll qualify now, won't they?
They should. As we said yesterday, when you get to 12, you're on the home stretch.
Yeah.
And the way they're playing, especially today, they look like 2 wins will happen for them. I think it's pretty safe to say.
Which are the teams you think qualify? We're kind of halfway mark now. We're ahead of the halfway mark now. Teams playing their 9th game.
Let's look at that table.
Which are the most likely to qualify?
Let's look at that table. RCB need to win 1 or 2 of those crucial games coming up for them. Whereas Punjab and Lucknow just give the impression of being a little fallible. They're producing a win, they're losing one. They're producing a win, they're losing one. A little fallible. If I was Lucknow, I'd be a little worried about slipping down, and I'd be watching tomorrow's game very closely, because if Mumbai beat SRH in that game, then suddenly Mumbai go up and are now in the top 5. So if I'm Lucknow, I'm a little worried. If I'm Punjab, I'm thinking, I've had a couple of games I don't like. Whereas DC and GT have had barely 1 game here and there that they don't like.
Okay, I've got my 4 from that. Got Gujarat, Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai. Mumbai with a late surge.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, I'm hoping for. I said hoping because because it'll make it a really interesting second.
There you go. That's why.
Make it a really interesting second
They've got
half.
the players, and I've just seen in the last 2 games. I think that Delhi game was a good turning point for them. I think they kind of just banded together in that.
Absolutely. I have Gujarat, Delhi, Mumbai as well. My 4th is the one that I still think that if they hold their shape, it's going to be between Punjab and Bangalore.
But you're leaning more towards Punjab?
I am leaning towards Punjab.
Okay.
I just think there's too many quality players in Bangalore.
Yeah, and I think quality players playing in position and in form. I think that's what's more... Again, there's quality players in every team, right? Again, we're talking about form, right?
So let's start with Gujarat, say.
So now, so these are your four? Which
These are
your
my four. I'll stick by that.
Yeah, you've got it?
Because I always thought Punjab was an outside contender when we started off. And I'll stay with that because I thought Gujarat would qualify, Mumbai would qualify. I thought Kolkata would qualify, but I think it's really difficult for them.
It's tough now.
It's not
I think on current form, look, Gujarat have got RR, SRH and CSK in their next 6 games.
Gujarat has?
RR, SRH and CSK.
Yeah.
That's 3 out of their 6.
Yeah.
On current form, those are the 3 they should win.
Yep.
Those are the 3 teams at the bottom. They win those 3, they're laughing. They're on 18 points.
Yep.
18 is like, you're somewhere else, man.
It's beautiful.
You're not qualifying with 16.
Sir, 18 is like rainbows and unicorns.
And also, coaches like Ashish and all will be very smart. They'll say, we've got to get a top 2 position.
Of course.
They will not say that, you need to qualify. They'll be saying top 2 so that, even if your hopes fall short, you'll qualify. But they should be aiming top 2. Gujarat and Delhi will be aiming top 2.
DC,
so all 3 of us have Gujarat. So at the halfway mark, so I'll tell you, in the beginning, my 4 teams for qualifier were, I had Hyderabad in it, so that space is gone.
Looks
Out of Delhi and Mumbai, I had 1, I can't remember. But right now, I'm saying at the halfway stage, I've got Gujarat, Delhi,
Bangalore
Mumbai and Bangalore. Those are my 4. Yours?
Yeah, I'd go with that. Gujarat,
Same?
Delhi, Bangalore. We're all assuming because Mumbai have won 2 games. Actually, if you see at the moment, Mumbai have won 4, lost 4.
Of course.
But we're just thinking with the power that they have,
Yeah.
that they have so many match winners that they should go through.
Sir,
the next 2 games, I think, will decide it for them.
The thing is that we can look at all 10 teams and make
I know.
pros and cons.
I think the next 2 will decide it for them.
feeling kya bata rahi hai aapko? Abhi, what's
Lag
the
rahi.
feeling from what you're seeing right now at this point in time?
On a belter in Hyderabad tomorrow,
Yeah.
if they win that on a belter in Hyderabad tomorrow, then it'll send a message to everybody. They already have.
Yeah.
They already have, but that'll send a message out. Then afternoon game against Lucknow here, that'll be such a big game because if Mumbai win that, they start to go up and Lucknow start to come down.
Yeah.
It's like those sliding doors.
Correct. It's a bigger win when you're fighting for somebody else who's qualifying. It's a bigger swing.
Yeah. Okay, so those are our 4. Again, listen. The thing is, I know why this happens. Our producer every now and then wants to do this so they can trap us later and embarrass us on social media, right? But that's fine. I'm giving a disclaimer. This is what we feel right now, today, on the 22nd of April. Ye card dega na pakka. 22nd of April.
More than a month to go.
Yeah, it's more than a month.
The editor is laughing at you right now.
Yeah.
He's just going to snip, you're gone.
But I'll tell you what. I'll steal the footage and I'll cut my own. I'll do a Brando on it. I'll cut my own version.
There's one player we didn't talk about.
Who?
He set a record today for the fastest to 5,000 runs in the IPL.
Okay.
And that was KL Rahul.
All right. We spoke about KL Rahul. We didn't speak about this.
Beating David Warner to get there.
Yeah.
It just tells you he's a run factory.
Yep.
But I really like today's innings.
I'll
I'll tell you
what has happened.
There's a calm when he's coming into bat.
And
whether it's ODI cricket, whether it's T20, there's a calm and he's giving you the feeling, Mehuna.
Can I tell you what's to his credit? What's to his credit is for many years, for many seasons, he was criticized. He copped a lot of criticism that he was getting the runs, but the runs were not resulting in victories for his team.
Correct.
I love the fact that today he has played at the strike rate that was required. And we always say that if the chase is successful, strike rate does not matter, right? It's inconsequential. Today he's done that, but he's shepherded the team to victory, and now he's done this in a couple of games.
That same strike rate, if they are batting first, you're starting to say, KL, could you have done more? But because you're chasing that score, he's got that target in mind. Same thing we talk about with Virat. So
in fact, that's my point. That I really, really want to have a situation where when we show strike rate, we show batting first, batting second. Because I think it tells you a little bit of a story. It tells you a story.
Yeah.
Because when you're batting second, it's always reactive.
Correct.
You don't know. If you're chasing 150, why should you go at about 200? You don't need to.
5 point.
So that's my point. So he played the ideal innings under the circumstances. And Axar Patel came and just made it easy for them at the end. But the plan always was that everyone else bats around him.
He got the runs. He got the runs, and the runs resulted in a victory. See, that's what I'm saying.
And they were going to win it anyway. As it turns out, they won it with 17 point something. Otherwise, they'd have won it 19.2, 19.3. But they were going to win it at that stage when Axar came in.
Yeah. 19.2, 19.3, then Lucknow would have won because last over they don't lose. If you take it to last over, they will win it. So, yeah, they wanted to finish it early. But again, today was Delhi's day. Delhi was all over Lucknow like a rash, and it just shows in that scorecard. It shows if you watch that game, this was pretty much Delhi right from the beginning till the very end. So they've got those 2 points. All right, we've got a big game coming up tomorrow. And when I say big, I mean the shots that are going to be hit and the scores that are going to be scored. It's Hyderabad and Mumbai, two very strong batting lineups that are playing against each other in Hyderabad, hopefully on a surface that has, some golabari.
Is this not this match last year which some 530 odd runs were scored?
If it was a Hyderabad game, I'll just say yes. Because pretty much every Hyderabad game had 500 runs.
I think it was game 5, 6. So it was in the first 10 games of the season. And they made 260, 270. Mumbai made 230.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 277. Mumbai made 230, 240 something.
So it was 500 runs.
532 runs.
But there was 500 runs getting scored in every game that Hyderabad was playing. Pretty much.
So this surface, these two sort of power-packed batting lineups, that's what's happened before. I think though, I can't see this Mumbai attack scoring for that many runs. I can't see this Hyderabad batting scoring so many runs actually.
Because that's the problem, right? That in Mumbai now, the batters who are not getting runs also in showing some form. Rohit got some runs. Surya got those bizarre, such dominating runs in the previous game. But with Hyderabad, their problem is that their star-studded batting lineup, Joy, is just seeming woefully out of form.
Yeah. Yes. I think SRH is, the whole thing is, I don't know what the tactics that they've used, Head, Abhishek going up front, Ishan Kishan had this 1 century, he's done nothing after that.
Yeah.
Klaasen, he's the most expensive international player, nothing after that. So you're seeing a lot of their top order just not giving you value.
Yeah. Nitish Kumar Reddy being the
very
same.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Maybe he's batting ahead, but that's what I'm saying. That much wanted batting, it depended on 2 or 3 people firing, and since their top 3 is not firing, they're a very different team when it doesn't happen.
Travis Head hasn't had the same season, but he's also played on a lot of slowish wickets.
Correct.
So I don't know if some of you picked up that the other day, Kyron Pollard started to say they are a slightly one-dimensional hitting side. Yeah. And then quickly started to say, no, they're actually a very good side and whatever. But he might have actually inadvertently told us what we wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Is there more to them than a one-dimensional hitting side? And so if you still give them a beautiful 220 game, who knows, they might still come. But earlier, last year, when they were getting those runs, they were getting them from top of the table. Now they're already bottomed. In your mind, should I not?
Yeah.
And that it cannot happen if you're a Travis Head or an Abhishek. But he makes a point about Ishan Kishan. The reason we all said SRH this year was Head, Abhishek, Ishan, Klaasen. Nitish was the supporting cast there.
Yeah.
But Ishan has been so inconsistent. After that 100, as you said, he hasn't done anything. He's been very inconsistent.
I don't even think he's got 100 in total in the remaining games, right?
No, I'll be surprised if he has.
Yeah.
So he's been inconsistent. If they don't get that big start, he's inconsistent. Nitish Reddy may be batting a little too high because of this feeling that Klaasen must bat at 5. So it's not working. What they need is, once again, these guys getting 80, 85 in the power play and rocking the power play.
Also, I think if they want to, because remember one thing, they're batting Cummins at 7.
Yeah.
Cummins at 7 for me is high.
Yeah.
Cummins is a long handle player. Ideally at 9, but 8 also you can take. But I think this is too late. Perhaps you can look at, they should be looking at Abhinav Manohar as an option, just to shore up the fact that their batting has not fired for them.
But let's have a look at the Mumbai team and see. I don't think they'd make any changes, right? Would they make any changes, you feel?
I think they're just about getting going. I think their big change, their only change you can look at is that Ashwini Kumar for Vignesh Puthur, for one of those two.
Depending on the surface, yeah.
Yeah. I don't see any other changes happening because I think now they've discovered what their best 10 is at least.
They're also a team that doesn't need an impact player.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can decide who they can just say, right, we need an extra batter, okay, we'll put in.
That's the beauty of having a quality all-rounder like Hardik Pandya.
Yeah. So what they do as a result is they'll always pick a bowler as an impact player because they're batting that deep anyway and say, okay, I'll go in with 7 bowlers. Because Will Jacks is bowling so well.
Beautifully.
It'll also depend on the surface tomorrow.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I mean, I don't know if Bumrah's back at his best, but 4 overs of Bumrah on any surface makes a huge difference.
That's true. And then Surya, the way he batted, Rohit, the way he batted. Remember, Surya came to bat at number 3. And Surya coming to bat at number 3 was a little out of syllabus for us because we were talking about Tilak batting at 3 or Will Jacks back at 3. And suddenly they throw Surya there. And just the way he bats, it's nonchalant bowling.
Yeah. And
That's what he does.
He's always been like that. His ability to hit shots, he will always hit some shots which, other batters look at and wonder how he can do it. And I think that's the thing. 3 is his best position. If you remember that year, Ishan Kishan, he both got 500 runs each.
He batted 3, Ishan batted 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's a fulcrum. So if I feel they found their best lineup also in terms of lineup, if they stick to it, I think this is a very powerful Mumbai side.
Player to watch out for from each team. Come on, gents.
I
just want to tell you.
Who did everyone play today? Everyone played today.
His players did play. But
at this rate, I might win the guessing game also.
Pooran didn't do anything. Stubbs
didn't do anything. Stubbs didn't even come to... He literally didn't do anything.
So I have only one thing to say. It's always about improvement. So last time they didn't play at all. Now they're playing.
At least they're playing. And then they'll show up.
They'll show up.
I just want to say that when you were asked to pick a player, you were asked to pick 2 players.
I picked them from the same team.
You picked Tristan Stubbs and KL Rahul. But we should just write KL Rahul because KL Rahul did do well.
Yes, exactly.
So well done. Good job.
Thank you. Exactly. Yeah.
Good job. Pump you up. Nice.
Very few people, though, will say, I'll pick both from the same team.
I knew which team was winning.
Well done.
And
I'm just trying to say well done.
And you know something? Actually, that was the only team that showed up today.
Correct.
Well done.
Well done,
Joe.
Thank you, guys.
The problem is, you can see the future, but you just don't know that you are seeing the future.
Exactly. I'm like Cassandra. Nobody believes me when I tell them also.
Yeah, so you learn to recognize that and we will learn to recognize you.
Okay, this is getting very deep.
Oh, great one.
Oh, great.
Tell us
you
what
have
will
a
happen
couch
tomorrow.
where I can lie down and talk.
Tomorrow, the 2 players to look forward to.
That's for your audition later, but anyway, sorry.
Tomorrow, his 2 players are Travis Head and Heinrich Klaassen.
Travis Head and Heinrich Klaassen. Great. There you go. They've started something now.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Since you've done it, I'm going to say the 2 players I'm going to watch out for are Travis Head and Surya Kumar Yadav.
Oh, you are choosing them from different teams. Okay. You've really confused me now. Do you want to change yours?
No, I'm looking at Trent Bolt because he's the one piece that Mumbai still need to get right. He's not getting the ball to swing. He's playing a different role, bowling 1 in the power play. If he has a big game, then suddenly every single part of that team is ready. So I'll look at Trent Bolt. First, check if he's got swing.
Yeah.
And then check if he's getting wickets.
Yeah.
So for me, it's Trent Bolt. And for me, on the other side, one of the top order batters. I just think, I know Abhishek gets runs, Ishan gets runs, but when Travis Head gets runs, he's like the bully in the ring beating the daylights out of you. And you say, how many more?
Yeah.
So when he's batting well, he's just taking the pressure off everybody.
Yeah, but the problem is that Travis said whenever he plays against teams wearing blue, something happens to him anyway. So you may not be wrong about tomorrow. There's a lot of residual trauma that Indian fans have when it comes to Travis Head.
Yeah.
A lotta.
And you.
And you.
Your choices?
Oh, my choices. I just said you. I was like, what did I do now? I say from Hyderabad, it's going to be Abhishek Sharma. And from Mumbai, it's going to be Rohit Sharma. Sharma ji ke bete.
Can you imagine Rohit gets 2 in a row? I like the one big game they've had in recent times, Abhishek's gone and hit a century for the ages.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were there to watch it, you just looked and said, is there anything more this kid can show us?
Yeah.
So
I'm saying Rohit and Abhishek.
It's a mouth-watering clash, but if the service is a belter...
And they get off to a start.
If one of the teams gets off to a start, it'll be a mouth-watering clash.
Yeah, it will be. I promise you. Because we've had 2 kind of slightly vanilla games. 1.5 actually. Because it was a vanilla chase yesterday. And then after that, today just...
It was vanilla batting. There was no chase yesterday.
Vanilla batting. Good point.
There was no chase.
Good point.
Yeah.
Well caught. Well done. All right. Joy factor question and answer. I tell you something. Mr. Harsha Bhogle did crack this.
Yep.
Right after this question was shown on screen.
Yep. Where and how was the 2nd Prime Minister, followed by the 7th Prime Minister? And obviously, it's a cricket question. And the answer is...
Second Prime Minister. Look, I started off saying second Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri. He said, shh, don't tell anyone. Which meant that I thought I was on the right track. Seventh was Rajiv Gandhi. So the Rajiv Gandhi became the venue for international games, replacing the Lal Bahadur Stadium, which for us, when we were growing up in Hyderabad, was just this temple, man. I remember playing an inter-college final at the Lal Bahadur Stadium. First of all, playing on a turf wicket we've never seen before. And I went into the dressing rooms and I just stood there and I said, who all sat here before? And I said, you, what are you doing here? It was that aura for us, doing your first game at the Lal Bahadur Stadium as a commentator.
Nice.
It was just a...
Nice, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I like it. Good question. We're having a lot of nostalgia today.
Yeah.
It's good. We've had it all through the day. Two things we've had today, nostalgia and sulfuric acid. We've had a lot of both.
And we got that wrong.
Yeah.
Aquarius, HCl and HNO3.
Can we please correct that? Because it's been troubling me. I lean on the two of you.
Sorry.
You're my pillars of knowledge.
I messed up.
Yes.
And he
Don't
was
become the leaning tower of Pisa.
Yeah. He was too polite to stop me. I messed up.
So you are saying that sulfuric acid is not involved only.
Hydrochloric acid and nitric acid give you aqua regia.
Aqua di Gio, which is the cologne.
Aqua regia, yeah.
So
I mean, if you use it as cologne, there may not be much of you left.
Oh, so you can't use this as...
Don't do this alone at home. Don't make sassy.
Don't do this cologne at home. Excellent. So, nitric acid and
Hydrochloric acid.
hydro. So, HCl, not the
HCl and
computer
HNO3.
company, and
HNO3.
HNO3 together make?
Aqua regia.
Okay, which can, let me tell you, because I know this, I conduct experiments at home in my free time. You can dissolve gold, all right? And I think it's true, but I couldn't test the hypothesis because I don't have any gold. So I'm looking forward, if you guys could just send me gold and donate it to my science experiments for the greater good of mankind. I'd really appreciate it.
That is the most elaborate scam I've heard in a long time.
मांगो तो भी बड़ी चीज मांगो ना 1 लाख रुपए for 10 grams मांगो भी तो बड़ी चीज मांगो
बिल्कुल मांगिए सर 10 ग्राम से थोड़ा ना कुछ होगा कम से कम 100-200 ग्राम तो लगेंगे 2-3 बार ही टेस्ट करना पड़ेगा फार्मूला
enough gold in India.
Sorry?
I just read the other day India has got more gold than all the gold reserves of the 5 developed countries put together.
That is-
तो कहीं भी मिल जाएगा तुमको.
So that's because Bhua ji, Chachi ji, Kaki ji, Chacha ji, Uncle ji, everyone is like, थोड़ा सोना ले लो, यहाँ छुपा लो, वहाँ छुपा लो.
And never sell. We never sell.
That's right.
Behral.
Just keep accumulating, so that one day we can have a Hindi movie saying, मेरे सारे जेवर गिरवी रखता हूँ मैं. Yeah, even that
GDP
doesn't
बढ़
happen.
गया.
Huh?
और GDP बढ़ गया.
GDP बढ़ गया. Okay, well, किसी का GDP आज बढ़ा है because they are the ones who got the first correct answer. Who was it? Utis?
Ready, Garu?
Yes, at least going by the name, congratulations, Karunakar. Sounds to be from that part of the world, so well done.
Hyderabad. From Hyderabad.
Hyderabad and all. Oh, yeah.
From Hyderabad and all.
Yeah, big Anglo-Indian community, all in the railways and all.
Yeah, really? So the railways are chai chan biscuit eating.
All in the railways and all, yeah. Listen to Tom
No men.
Listen to Tom Jones and all.
Hey, Tom Jones, I like Tom Jones, man. Tom Jones is amazing. And I look outside, it's raining, man.
And Cliff Richard. And Tom Jones and Cliff
Sir,
Richard.
I will give
And
you...
Engelbert Humperdinck.
One second.
Engelbert Humperdinck is born in India.
Yes.
I will give you...
Cliff Richard is also born in Lucknow.
I will give you 10 grams of gold if you tell me Cliff Richard's real name. Birth name.
Harry Summers. No, Harry Wood.
There is something that I know and they don't.
Harry Roger Webb.
Somebody told you in your ear now.
Webb was, I couldn't get my hand.
Yeah. His acting was so bad. Like you were hit by a literal bolt of knowledge lightning. It's like, just slowly. I'll tell you how you have done it. Harry Roger Webb. That's how you should have done it.
Because I was scared I'd forget, so I wanted to
Just blurted it out. Okay, we're going to show you the guessing game table because Mr. Bhattacharya has made rapid strides today.
I just got one.
Rapid strides
To
have been
17.
made.
From 16.6 to 17.6.
It's a rapid stride. I'm hanging on by the skin of my teeth because I got both wrong today
I was par.
by quite a bit.
I was par.
Yeah.
I'm just a little nervous about Sean Pollock joining us in the next 2-3 days because when he doesn't join us, he doesn't have a score.
Correct.
I have a score and I'm above him.
Oopsie.
When he comes,
Oopsie. Are we seeing him tomorrow? No, tomorrow.
Also, weren't you one shot of a bullseye today?
Yeah,
He was
64
one
and
shot of a
68, 54 and 55.
Welcome to the club of knowing what it is to miss the bullseye by a little bit. I'm like the guy who's made 12 not out once in his entire career and talks about it for the next 30 years.
This is amazing. I had read a Hindi muhavara in class 5 which I've never forgotten, which said "Aankh ka andha naam Nansuk." I've never forgotten. This is that. 8% है वहाँ पे. 2 bullseye miss हो गए यार मेरे. This is like you were saying yesterday. This is a guy who wants to buy 10 lakh rupee car and his salary is 1,500 rupees a month. He's like, मैं 100 रुपए की installment दूँगा. Just, oh Lord, this is hilarious.
KL Rahul was the culprit today.
Yeah.
10 of 10 balls, you would have got it.
Otherwise, you would have got it today. No, otherwise, yeah, it's just that's the problem.
8.3 is a very good number, though.
It's a very good number.
Very auspicious number.
It's a very good number.
8.33. There's something about the number, you know.
Yeah.
Classy.
चलो भाई, अब मेरा sulfuric acid तैयार हो गया, तो I'm going drinks. It's time for drinks now. What would you like? Some HNO3? Please. Some nitric acid? Some aqua GGO for you?
Harsha, we are just going to stop वो acid. He's dropping acid on shows यार.
HCl तो पेट में है वैसा भी.
Yeah. Lucy in the sky with diamonds, sir. What is the
HCl तो
problem?
पेट में है तुम्हारा. Gastric juice में HCl ही होता है.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Hydrochloric acid in the stomach?
Gastric juice में HCl ही होता है.
चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. तो वो नहीं पियेंगे, वो तो ऑलरेडी अपने अंदर है. क्या प्रॉब्लम है? चलो हम निकलते हैं यहाँ से. We'll meet you tomorrow at 7 p.m. This is the time of the day when we go just a little crazy. They put laughing gas through the AC ducts. Stuff like this happens over here. But a big thank you to Joy Bhattacharya and Harsha Bhogle. He's already texting.
No, I'm trying
evacuation.
to check.
No, save me! No. Save me from these monsters.
I'm trying to guess if HCl was correct. But luckily, you took so long for your end throw that I could check it was right.
Sir, I was looking at you on the side and I said he wants to correct it because tomorrow you're not coming.
No.
If you leave a wrong scientific fact hanging over here, you will not sleep for the next 2 days. So just think about it. I'll give you 10 seconds. I'll talk to people till then. Tomorrow we'll be here at 7 p.m. Joy
I'm in Hyderabad tomorrow. If Joy's player to watch out for comes right, I'll die laughing there.
It'll happen.
You guys don't believe.
But you did. You got KL Rahul right
Yes,
today. I believe. Sir, I believe.
Yes, thank you.
I believe in you,
Thank
sir.
you.
I believe. All right. It is time for us to say good night now. We will say good night. Tomorrow, Pommy, Joy and me will be here at 7 p.m. Mr. Bhogle is going to be at Hyderabad. And just take it easy. Don't be naughty. Okay? And we'll see you back here in the Cricbuzz studio.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh.
It is very nice. You are reminding me of Apu from The Simpsons. It is now time for me to have another Slurpee. Thank you for watching Voltas Presents Cricbuzz Live. Good night. Bye-bye.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express, Railway Station, Netaji Bhavan. Cricbuzz.